Let's talk ambition. Hi guys. Today I have a matcha. I put a little bit of lavender syrup in this, which I fucking love to do. It tastes so good. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend. Tastes like a garden in your mouth, which I guess not everyone would love. You guys seem to really like these chatty videos. It's all good to me because I love to talk and I can never shut up, which I used to think was a flaw, but you guys seem to love it, so thank you for filling my ego. Today, I wanted to talk about ambition, specifically the curse of being an ambitious person. So I'm a very ambitious and hardworking person. I always have been, especially when it comes to my work and my dreams. And all my life, I've wanted to be successful and the best, quote unquote, at everything I do. If you were to ask any of my friends to describe me, they would probably use characteristics somewhere along the lines of hardworking or ambitious, along with, of course, super hot, talented, and funny. Duh. I think a big part of why I'm like this is due to growing up in an Asian household. Education and being the best is a huge part of Asian culture. I'm sure a lot of other Asian people can relate to this, but growing up, when it came to school and grades, getting a B or an average grade was unacceptable. I remember this was more prevalent in elementary school, surprisingly. For me, you would think that my parents would push me in high school to get straight A's and such, but they pushed me more in elementary school. I remember in elementary school, we didn't even go through a letter system. We did a number system, 1 through 5. And every time I'd get a 3 or a 4, my parents would be like, why is this not a 5? Why is it not the highest grade, Dustin? What are you doing wrong? And me being fucking 8 years old, man, I didn't even know we were getting graded. I don't even know what this is. I'm 8 years old. I barely know what school is. And then in middle school, I feel like my parents eased up a little bit. Not to where they allowed me to get lower than an A, but where they would check my grades less often. But by middle school and high school, the expectation was already cemented in me where I need to get an A and just achieve the most I can. And I think that's why in late middle school and in high school, my parents didn't really check in about grades or anything because they knew I already was getting good grades, because that expectation was no longer from them, but I had that expectation of myself now. I was now getting good grades for myself and working hard for myself. Does that make sense? Basically, think of Shang-Chi when he was trained by his dad to be an assassin. That's what my parents did to me, except to get good grades and achieve the highest I could. I think that's a good comparison, actually. Murder and school, same thing. Not to mention the constant comparison in Asian culture and Asian households. You are constantly compared to your other family members, either your siblings or your cousins or other people's kids. And with that constant comparison, it kind of pushed me to work harder and to be more ambitious. So I guess that is how I obtained these attributes. I'm sure there's other factors that contribute to why I'm the way I am too. Some of it is probably just like how I naturally am as a human being, how I was born. But I think how I was raised in an Asian household was definitely a big part of it. Also, I am extremely competitive. I've always had a competitive nature. For example, when it comes to contests and games and winning, let's just say I love to win. I was that kid in class that took Kahoot way too seriously. So having that nature has also contributed. Don't get me wrong, ambition is great. I love being ambitious. It keeps me motivated. I think it's key in being successful, but there are also negatives to being an extremely ambitious person that I feel like not a lot of people talk about, so I'm gonna talk about them today. If you guys have watched Mr. Fox, there's this little scene, and it was actually trending on TikTok as a sound as well.
I think I have this thing where I need everybody to think I'm the greatest, the quote-unquote fantastic Mr. Fox. And if they aren't completely knocked out and dazzled and kind of intimidated by me, then I don't feel good about myself.
And when I heard this, I could relate to it so much, to the point where it actually kind of hurt me, and I kept asking myself, like, why can I relate to this so much? Why do I want people to be dazzled and impressed and slightly intimidated by me? Why do I want that so much? I kept asking other questions like, is it my own insecurity? Is it my lack of confidence? Do I need validation? Do I have a superiority complex? Which honestly, I don't even know why I asked myself that, because I know damn well I kind of do, and I need to chill with it. I wanted to share this because I think it perfectly shows how I think and how my brain works, and almost a hidden reason or hidden motivation when it comes to why I'm so ambitious. And it sucks because I should not be having these big dreams, working so hard, trying to achieve things and wanting to be the best just so I can feel good about myself because other people are impressed by me. I should be working hard for myself and feel content with it for myself, but I don't. Like, another really big reason why I think I'm so ambitious is because I want other people to look at me and be inspired and look up to me almost and think of me highly. And I hate that. I need that validation. Like, why do I need that validation? I'm not scared to admit it, but it does suck that part of the reason why I'm so ambitious is for others. Like, I should not be living my life for others. I should be living it for myself, not for the chance of being successful and rich and famous and have other people be impressed by me and have people be proud of me. Hate it. I hate it, man. And it's so contradicting because part of it is for me. Other people did not choose for me to be working towards the goals I am. I chose it for myself. I want it, but I think a part of it also comes from others. I want other people to also be impressed by these goals that I want. Anyways, moving on, because I don't know if any of that just made sense. Yeah, Mr. Fox, good movie. Or Fantastic Mr. Fox. I am a huge critic, especially when it comes to myself. Like everyone says, you are your own worst critic, and let me tell you, I am the worst critic. I don't know why, but I can see a flaw in anything. I know a lot of people would think that's a bad thing, but sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, oh, that could be a good thing. I can always have something to improve, but also it can be toxic as well because I'm constantly never satisfied with anything I create or do. Also, a part of that isn't my ambition, it's me being a perfectionist. But I think ambition and being perfectionist and working hard and success, they all somehow tie together, for me at least. I just expect so much from myself. I always beat myself up when I can't achieve those expectations. One of those expectations that I want and have for myself is to be successful at a young age, aka my teen years, so that it's more impressive. I know a part of this is due to me being brainwashed by media, how we constantly talk about success with people's ages, like we correlate them together. For example, Billie Eilish, successful at 18, won 5 fucking Grammys. I don't remember how many she won, but I know it was a damn lot. Or Olivia Rodrigo, #1 album at 18 years old. With social media, I just see all these young people being so successful, getting all these opportunities. Some of them are younger than me too. And literally, a part of my job is social media, so I can't ignore it. I already know, guys, but some people are gonna be fucking writing in the comments right now. Dustin, everyone's on their own path. Also, everyone has different privileges. Like, some people were born in nepotism or connections with just better chances on being successful and getting what they want, especially when it comes to like entertainment industry, music industry, stuff like that. And I know there's gonna be people commenting, Dustin, you are also successful. I'll admit, yes, a small part of me knows I am somewhat successful, but I guess I want to be more successful. Back to the curse of ambition. You just constantly want more. My want for success at a young age creates such an immense pressure on myself, and it also creates a toxic relationship with aging. I already know Gen Z and just everyone in general does not want to grow up. I can't even imagine myself being an actual adult. Like, I want to stay a teenager forever. And I think a part of that is because we do not talk well about aging. Also, with like the beauty industry and everyone getting like surgery, we don't see aging as a positive. And this expectation and want for myself to be successful at a young age definitely does not help. I'm getting better with my relationship of aging, but it's gonna take me a bit to fully come to terms with aging. It doesn't help that I'm like literally 19. I should not be worrying about aging. But back to what I was originally saying, I feel like since I haven't won a Grammy at 17 years old, I'm a failure. I'm not even gonna lie, I still feel like a failure. I'm disappointed with myself even now. And I know it's like unrealistic. Not every fucking teenager who just popped out of the fucking womb can win a Grammy or an award or or like be super successful, but I can't help but feel disappointed because I am not as successful as these other young people. And me being ambitious can't accept that, oh, like it's okay to not be that successful at 19. My brain just won't allow me to just be at peace. When I see my peers and friends doing well and being successful, it does affect me. I don't get necessarily jealous and like talk down on them. I would never do that to my friends. I'm always rooting for them no matter what. But it does sort of take a toxic toll on me where I start to think, oh, I'm not working hard enough because I should have that too. Or I start to ask myself, why don't I have that amount of success as well if I'm working just as hard or even harder and have a lot to offer as well? This causes me to work even harder and push myself so I can get to their level. Although this motivation can be good because I'm inspired to work harder, I'm not doing it for the right reasons. I'm doing it because I want to be on the same level as my other friends. And inevitably, success sometimes is due to luck. So I just also end up getting disappointed. The jealousy starts to creep in, and then you end up just constantly asking yourself, what am I doing wrong that they're doing right? And sometimes you're not doing anything wrong at all. It's just how things are. It's just how life is. Some people get more opportunities and chances and are lucky, and others don't. I'm such a logical person. What I just said, extremely logical, right? It just came out of my mouth. You would think I believe it. I don't. I know what I just said is correct, but my body, my brain will not accept that fact and can't believe it. It's just like, no, I work just as hard. I want success too. Why am I not also being successful too? Like, am I not doing enough? Blah, 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 blah. But no, Dustin, no. Like, it's not always just you. You can't control everything even though you kind of want to. Anyways, another thing I realized is you are constantly wanting more. You are never satisfied, and it becomes hard to appreciate what you have and to live presently. I just find myself constantly looking into the future. I'll achieve something and then just move on to the next thing. I think my ambition just fogs my vision sometimes, where I am never just appreciative of what I already have and grateful for the present. Like, I'm just always thinking about future events, future opportunities, future, period. And ambition can do that to you, where it distracts you and leaves you constantly striving for the next thing, where you forget to just live life and enjoy it for how it is right now. This is my last point, but I learned that your dreams won't always make you happy. Growing up, we're constantly told to chase your dreams, dream big, you know, until you get to high school and college, and then they switch up on you and are like, oh, you should go to college and get a realistic degree that makes you money. Don't care about your dreams. Fuck your dreams, actually. You wanna be a broke, starving artist? No, sir. Go be an accountant. Fuck you for being an artist. The switch up though, that adult studio when it comes to career is fucking insane, but I'm not gonna get into that. But achieving your dreams won't guarantee contentment. As an ambitious person, once you achieve your dream, you'll be satisfied and happy for that 1 second, and you'll ravish in that success. But that feeling doesn't last very long, and inevitably you'll just end up moving on to the next thing and forgetting about what just happened. I've had personal experience with this where I achieved my childhood dream. My childhood dream for the longest time was to be a YouTuber and to move to LA and make videos and have fun. I somehow achieved it. I'm now a YouTuber or a content creator, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and I live in LA. I'm literally living the dream I wanted, which is honestly insane, and I'm so incredibly grateful. Like, I do have moments where I'm just like driving and I'm like, holy fuck, I live in LA and I'm a YouTuber. What the fuck is going on? Everything I worked so hard for my entire youth paid off, and I fulfilled my childhood dream, and it definitely healed a bit of my inner child. Although I'm obviously grateful and proud of myself, it's just annoying how I still want more. I don't know if it was naive of me to think that once I achieved my dream that I would be super happy and life would be amazing and great and I would finally be content. But I guess a part of me did think that way, and once I achieved this childhood dream of mine, I just found out it wasn't true. Also, it takes time to achieve your goals, so by the time you actually make them happen, you've already grown and changed and moved on and want different things by the time you actually achieved that dream that you wanted before. At least that's what happened to me. So it's just like a constant cycle of not being satisfied, and I hate it so much. Like, I wish my heart could just focus on one thing and want it forever and just be satisfied with it forever, but it just doesn't. But I guess that is just the curse of ambition and just thing you have to deal with. Anyways, gonna go. Don't want to waste it. So, bye! Are we singing the outro song right now? Yeah? Okay. Was this something I said? Oh, fuck.